Thank you for tuning in to my channel. If you don't know by now, I go by Natural Milestone. In today's video, I am going to be talking about Kidstube. It is a sensitive subject right now, so I am going to talk a little bit about it. My daughter has been watching Kidstube since she was 1 year old, and today is Tuesday, and I usually do Toddler Tuesdays, which that video has been recorded, but I am going to post that video tomorrow. But I think that it's imperative that I record this video now before I go to bed while it's weighing heavy on my heart. So I'm just going to dive right in. I'm not going to do any introduction or anything. I'm just going to dive right in. Kidstube was a safe place for kids to go and watch and keep their attention. Then I started thinking, why is my daughter not answering me while I'm calling her name while she's watching YouTube? Or why is she staying up all night watching Kidstube? Why is she going to bed at 11 o'clock watching Kidstube? One day we were at the doctor and she said, Mama, I want you to watch this video with me. So we watched the video. It was called Pencil Mate by Pencil Nation or Pick Nation. Is the name. I'll try to get the name of the actual video, and I'm like literally shaking right now. Also, there's a new segment out called Moo Moo, and Moo Moo is promoting suicide, domestic violence period, how to be sneaky. And I've been seeing my daughter being sneaky a little bit, sneaking out of her room, and then I'll catch her and I'll say, well, what are you doing? And she'll say nothing, and then I'll make her go back in her room at night because she's being really, really sneaky. So it's kind of concerning me that Kidstube is allowing people to go on that channel. But before I get to that, I just want to say in the beginning of Kidstube, I was already skeptical of her being on that Kidstube because there was a lot of men on there. Not saying that women aren't weird either, but there were a lot of men on there like Blippy and things like that, you know. So it made me kind of uncomfortable. But at first, you know, I'm like, okay, it's uncomfortable, but it's, you know, it's Kidstube, so I'm assuming that it's something safe for kids and it's not YouTube. So versus YouTube has a lot of adult things in it that kids shouldn't be able to see. So when they roll out with the Kidstube, I'm like, okay, good. They got Kidstube. It'll be kids channels on it, blah, blah, blah. So over time, people are allowed to get on Kidstube that are not kids, that are attracting these kids to these channels. Well, I found out that Pencil Mate, we were at the doctor and she wanted me to watch a video with her. So I said, okay, we'll watch a video. We watched a video it's called Pick Nation, is the name of the person who is behind the Pencil Mate series. Now, on the Pencil Mate series, I'm all over the place, and I do apologize about that because it's something that is very, very serious. But on the episode that we watched, where I completely, after we watched that video, I completely took my daughter off of Kidstube, period. Because I don't know what she's watching. She's just scrolling through and watching. So on that episode, basically, it's like Pencil Mate. So it's like, it's a sheet of paper and it's somebody drawing. So the first thing they drew was a house. They drew a house. Then they drew like a flea, a male flea. The flea went into the house. And then they drew a female flea. And the female flea the male flea eyes came out of the windows, but with hearts in them. So the female flea went into the house. And then when the female flea went into the house, they drew a guitarist. And my daughter said, Mom, he's a singer. And I said, yeah, Mama, he's a singer. So all in all, the singer went in the house and made music. And then you can see in the chimney where it's hearts coming out of the chimney, to where it seems like they are having sex. So on Kidstube, they are promoting sex, they're promoting violence, they're promoting domestic violence, they're promoting how to slit your wrists. So what they're doing right now is, in the beginning of these LOL shows It's been on Peppa Pig shows. They'll start the show off as if it is a kid show, and then midway through, they'll turn it into I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. They'll turn the kids, it's part of it, and then they'll turn it into a suicide mission. Now there is a moo challenge where they go in and submit their number, and then they're doing these challenges. Most of the challenges are suicide challenges. A 12-year-old girl has committed suicide by doing this moo challenge. So I took my daughter completely off of Kidstube. And now I think the safest way for you all to still keep your daughter's or your son's attention while you're doing things is Netflix. You can download only the movies that you want the kids to watch. Because what I've learned with my daughter when I took her off of Kidstube is that it's not what they're watching on YouTube. It's the fact that they're able to scroll through and pick what they want to watch. So if you go to Netflix, get them a channel and download only the movies that you want them to watch, then they'll have options to where they can scroll through and find the ones that they want to watch. Like right now, my daughter's back on Word Party. She was on Word Party when she was 1 year old. She's back on Llama Llama Play with Mama. She's on, I was doing her hair today for Tyler Tuesdays, and she was watching Shrek. You know, Lion King. You know, all these things are on Netflix, and all these things are safe. YouTube, Kidstube is not safe at all. This February the 3rd or the 9th, I made a tweet about Pick Nation and that Paper Mate episode. And if you can see, all of their episodes are mean episodes. Teaching your child how to be mean, teaching your child how to be rude, teaching your child how to not be the person that you want your child to be. So I say that we banned Kidstube, and then that's it. We go back to Netflix. Yeah, Kidstube is free, but I want my daughter to be successful, and I don't want her to do a suicide attempt. Do you know, tonight I had a talk with my daughter, and I asked her, who is Moo? Thank God she don't know who Moo is, but she know who Pencil Mate is. She done watched all of the Pencil Mates. So now they're doing sexual things on Pencil Mate, and it is corrupting the kids' mind. It stops them from listening because they're so focused on YouTube they can't hear you call their name. They don't want to eat. It's teaching them that broccoli is yucky or carrots is yucky, or, you know, healthy foods that are foods for them that is yucky. So I just wanted to quickly come on here before I go to bed and say that, because I don't want to cry, because I feel like, what if she did watch the video? You know, what if she watched that video? What if she seen some stuff that, that can potentially harm us? It's teaching them how to be sneaky, how to turn the stove on and kill your families. So I urge everyone to stop Kidstube. I know it's a way to keep your child under wraps while you at the doctor's appointments or at doing something, or keeping them out of your way. But at the same time, you got to think of the damage that it's doing to their minds, and the damage that it's doing to my daughter. When she was watching Kidstube, she would go to school and act out. Now she doesn't act out as much. She's still a 3-year-old, so she's still going to act out. But she don't act out as much. She's not hitting as much, you know, versus when she first was watching Kidstube, and I was allowing her, because I knew that it was a kid's site. And I don't know how Kidstube or YouTube is allowed to let these people slip through the cracks. I don't agree with it. I think that if you're going to have a channel, I think that you should be verified. I think that background checks should be done, especially on kids channels. because there are some weird pedophile people behind these shows. And the kids don't know. They don't know any better. They just watching a show because it's a show to watch. But the safest thing for you to do is to go to Netflix and download videos that you want your child to watch. That also gives them an option to scroll through and pick the ones that they want to watch, because it's not that's all they're doing is scrolling through and picking stuff that they want to watch. So I encourage, because they have cartoons on Netflix. They have The Grinch. They have a bunch of movies, and Llama Llama and Word Party, and they also have a black show. No, I'm not racist at all. Point blank, period. But this is for my people. They have a black show that has natural hair, and I if I can find the name of that show, I would definitely put that show on there, because one, it's Asian people on there, and it's Caucasian people on there, and it's not enough of African American people on there. But there is a kids show. It's called Motown something, but it's targeted to natural kids, African American kids. So I just wanted to quickly come on here and let you guys know that Kidstube is not safe at all for your children, at all. It's teaching them suicide. I went through Twitter and I flagged Pick Nation. I flagged it, and they have yet to take down that video. Period. They have yet to take down their whole entire channel. The whole entire channel is mean things. And my daughter, she was being mean and antsy because I wouldn't let her watch Kidstube. When I very first cut her off Kidstube, she was antsy. Or if I was to say no more Kidstube, she'd get antsy, or she'll cry, or she'll do this and she'll do that. But I don't care. I'm a mother before I am anything. And I'm your mother, and you are my child. And you will not be watching any more Kidstube. But she's adjusted to the Netflix now, so she don't even ask for the Kidstube. Not at my house. And I have joint custody. And I've also reached out to Bella's dad and let him know what's going on. And he said that he will go ahead and delete all of the Kidstube from all of his phone, tablet, and all of that. Kidstube is not safe at all. I encourage everyone on my social platforms, all my social platforms, take it off. And I do apologize about my look. I mean, it is what it is. But when it come down to my child, I do not play. When it come down to my kid, I do not play. At first, I thought Kidstube was a good thing for my kid. It kept her occupied, when I'm at doctor's visits, this and the third. But you know what? Netflix can do the same thing, because you can get the Netflix app on your phone and you can still do the same exact thing. So before I start crying, I'm going to end this, because I don't know if she watched it or not. But I know she told me, Mommy, I remember she said, Mommy, it's a scary one. It's a scary one. I don't want to watch it. It's a scary one. So I would tell her, change it, Tuda. If you don't like it, if it's scaring you, change it. But it didn't ring a bell in my head. Look into it. But now, once I watched that video with her, and if you can go back to my tweets, you can find me at L'Oreal Miles, or you can search me by Natural Milestone, and it'll come up. February the 3rd or the 9th is when I went in on Pencil Mate. And I also flagged the page. And I also tagged YouTube in it. And they have yet to take that down. Yet to take it down. But my daughter will no longer be on Kidstube or YouTube, for that matter. She will be on my channel. And she will be doing natural hair with me. Period. Point blank. That's it. After that, there's no more. Because I'm trying to achieve a goal. And I'm not a pedophile. And I'm not trying to lure kids in to my. That's what they're doing. They're luring kids in and teaching them how to slit their wrists and teaching them how to be sneaky and turn on the stove and kill your whole family. Kidstube is not safe. So if you have it, take it off. This is Natural Milestone signing off. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to. If you want to chime in on it and tell me what you feel about Kidstube, leave me some comments in the comments down below. But my daughter will no longer be watching Kidstube.